I don't. I'm sorry.
Next question, Coach, front row left.
Hey, Nick, Corinne Copeland, Washington Post. Kai had that hot first half and kind of cooled in the second. Kind of from your perspective, what kind of changed there? I don't know if they adjusted their defense a little bit or not.
Yeah, no, they did. They went zone. We got up, I don't know if it was 9, something like that, and they went zone. Kind of made us stand a little bit. I thought we had some good looks. Give them credit for mixing up their defense. Thought it was a good adjustment. We didn't handle it well. And that was part of the reason she didn't get as many shots in the second half as them going to that zone.
Coach, second row left.
Hey, Coach, Doug Feinberg, DAP. The last possession, seemed like you were holding the ball for a bit down, maybe to get the last shot, and then it probably wasn't the look you were looking for, or was it?
No, we ran a play to get Kahleah a look. They did a good job of switching out, and then we had one more option off of that. They switched. I probably should have ran out and called another timeout with about 6 seconds to go. Made it a little tougher that it was at the other end, but they made a good defensive stand there.
Coach, to your right in the first row.
Okay. Hey.
Your team has been playing really well in fourth quarters over these playoffs. I'm wondering, what do you attribute sort of like the lack of discipline in this one to?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to watch the film. We've been in a ton of close games. We have played well in the fourth. I thought we did some good things in this fourth quarter also. They made a couple plays down the stretch. We didn't. That's why this is going to be a great series, right? It's going to come down to the last possessions of the game, and they've been through it together, right? And we've handled these situations very well. I thought we had some good looks, and they just didn't go down.
Coach, second row all the way to your left.
How you doing? Willie Ramirez for the Associated Press. Their bench play, specifically Dana and Jewel, made it obviously pretty difficult. Is it something you anticipate? Obviously, you knew they were dangerous, but how much impact did you see that having and sort of having to readjust?
Yeah, I mean, Jewel's been a premier player in our league. These moments aren't too big for her. Dana, give her a lot of credit. I mean, that's part of the reason they've gone on this run. She's played extremely well. Obviously, we got to do a better job of finding them earlier, right? They hit a bunch of threes, 7 between them, and so that's going to be tough to overcome. I thought we did a great job on Asia and Jackie, but those two definitely, pushed them to a victory today.
Coach, next question, fourth row center.
Hey, Coach. So obviously you guys have been here before, best of 7 series. Just what is the mindset and, message to the team right now?
Yeah, well, we haven't been best of 7, but we've been down after the first game, right? Yeah, it's the first of 4, and you always want to try to get one early, and we put ourselves in a position, right? These are 2 of the best teams. That's why we're the last 2 standing. And we talked about it earlier. We've made some of these plays down the stretch. We didn't make them tonight, but we'll be ready on Sunday.
Coach, in the last row to your right.
Hi, Coach. Just in general in that first half and really through the early portion of that third quarter, the mismatch hunting really stood out in that one. Just in general, how do you kind of balance that mismatch hunting with some of the switches that the Aces were tossing out and maintaining your half-court flow? Yeah,
it's one of those things. As the year has gone on, we've continued to get better at finding mismatches, and that's something that we will continue to do. It's been a big part of our offense. Without forcing it, right, we're going to find it, and if we don't, then we got to play to the second side. We had some really good possessions through the first 3 quarters, and we're going to have to continue to play that way offensively.
All right, we have time for just a couple more questions. Next one, Coach, will come from the third row to your left.
Hi.
Hi, Nate. I'm curious how much you thought this game really showed how much this series will be about speed versus length, especially with sort of how the Aces, in particular Dana Evans, was able to exploit Tawana defensively. How do you sort of counter that?
Well, I don't think she exploited her defensively. I'll have to see who she scored on when she did. Yeah, I mean, they've got their strengths. Bringing her. she's really given them some energy offensively with the second unit Dana has. And, our bench has been really good too in these playoffs, right? Their bench outplayed ours tonight, but our bench has won us a lot of games in these playoffs. And so, we're going to play our style. They're going to play their style, and the best team's going to win.
Coach, our last question will come from the second row to the right.
Nate, when Whitcomb had to go to locker room, you had to kind of change what you've been playing, the rotation group you've been playing in the fourth quarter. How much difference do you think that made? And then Sabally, had foul trouble and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I haven't really had time to process that, but we've had a pretty set rotation. I'm glad Sammy came back. I haven't even really heard for sure what had happened. But yeah, then Sa got her fifth foul, and that changed some things for us too. So, different people are gonna have to step up at different times. We've talked about that. And, we'll take a look at the tape and be better on Sunday.
Well, you see they went for man to zone, and then we rushed some shots. Didn't really execute our zone. We should have slowed down a little bit. Yeah.
Next question, second row center.
Hi, Maggie Hendricks with Yahoo Sports. You've lost the first game already in the first two series of the playoffs. So what did you learn from those games that are going to help you go forward on Sunday?
Obviously that it doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter, but it's okay. This is a long series. I think, the takeaway from those other first ones was, the mindset was back to the drawing board. We had the utmost confidence in our locker room and in our coaches to make the adjustments. So now it's the same thing. It's still just a little frustrating.
Next question, fourth row center.
Marcus Thompson with The Athletic. Kai, you're a champion. You've been through this before. Do you have to tell AT anything after missing free throws like that, or do you feel like the lesson is already there?
Do I have to what?
Do you tell your teammate anything? Do you have to lift her up at all? Do you have to do anything to encourage her after missing the clutch free throws like that?
Nah, she good.
Front row to your right.
Annie Castable, Front Office Sports. Kahleah, in these moments, having that finals experience, how much are you leading conversations with your team, directing the conversations? And Satou, I guess, for you, how much do you guys look to Ka, just given her experience in the finals?
I think just kind of talking through possessions and through timeouts, just giving each other confidence, and then just understanding that it's a game of runs. So I think we did a pretty good job understanding and handling the runs. I think just down the stretch, they made the plays. We didn't. And I think that this is just something to learn from, but just continuing to have those conversations with my teammates who haven't had the experience. And I think that's why our veteran leadership is so good, because they have experience also, and they can share their experiences and then also lead, and we all complement each other.
Yeah, Ka's a great leader, so just continuing the communication on and off the court. But she said everything already.
Jake. Next question, third row to your left.
Hi, Satou. I'm just curious, right after coming off this game one, what do you immediately take away from this? And I guess, what are your goals for what you want game two to look like?
We have to play better defense, just go back to what we do best, and then I think the results will show that we are the better team, but I'm really not too down on myself. This game is it. We'll go back, we'll practice tomorrow, we'll walk through our mistakes and find better solutions for some things, and then we'll just come back on Sunday and win this game.
Next question, toward the back of the room on your right.
Satou, thinking about the next game, maybe it's too early, I'm not sure, but What do you think you would have to do to try to maybe stay out of foul trouble? Because I know you seemed to look, it appeared you looked a little frustrated when you picked up that fifth one.
Keep my hands up.